Hello, I started talking about building friendship in marriage and the fact that it is important that husband and wife build friendship in marriage so that you are not in a marital situation where you are just coping or you are just living like roommates and enjoying the situation instead of enjoying it. I believe strongly that God created marriage to be enjoyed. Sadly, a lot of couple are just hanging in there and they're not really getting what they bargained for. So I started this conversation by giving suggestions on how a couple can foster friendship in marriage. Now, this was because I have had experiences of people who say they are married and they claim to be close to their wives or their husbands, but they have best friends outside who are usually the opposite sex. They feel comfortable talking with, they give them advice, they feel respected more outside, and in the home, they are just living as husband and wife. I've given several suggestions of on what will work. This is the fourth video. I encourage you to look out for the other videos so you can just listen to the entire video and get a full picture of what we are talking about. Now, in this video on building friendship with your spouse, I'm going to be talking about intimacy and affection. Now, when you see situation where husband and wife are just living like roommates, there is no intimacy and there is no affection. Friendship in marriage means that you are attracted to your partner is attracted to you, and the hugs, the kisses, the holding on of hands that used to be there when you started, it's still there. Now, sometimes after some years, I still ask couple, are you still attracted to your wife? Are you still attracted to your husband? And I get things like, well, no, they were not this fat, they were not this plump, they were not this. Now, one thing you must understand is that your partner is not going to remain the same like when you marry them. There are changes, they are growing older, but you must help them grow in such a way that you still appreciate their body. Now, but loving your partner goes beyond the physical body. If you make a complaint that their body is changing, especially if they're growing big and they are fat in some areas, instead of you complaining, you can help that partner deal with what they're struggling with, especially their body. One of the ways you can do that is to help check what their meal pattern is, and if possible, join them in some exercise routine to help their physical look. Many times, as the relationship gets older, some people are no longer interested in sexual intimacy. But you must know that sex in marriage is an important part of the relationship. If you don't want to have sex with your partner, where are they going to get sex? Because if they eventually leave the home to go be intimate with somebody outside, it's going to be detrimental for the entire marital situation. So you want to work towards sexually satisfying your partner so you don't leave room for the devil to come in and have the best of your marriage. So intimacy and showing affection is important. Now, when doing that, two things. One, there is the physical affection that you show. That is the hugs, I call it regular hugs, regular kisses, holding of hand, the touching. All those strengthen your emotional bond, even when you are not having actual sex, but holding one another makes your partner feel secure and allowing them to also hold you. Now, there are two things to this. One is your partner holding you and you also responding. Now, if you feel that you don't want to express all of this emotion because you are offended, deal with the offense. I am a believer that offenses must be dealt with as soon as they come in a relationship and not let it linger by quickly forgiving and by talking about what really hurt you. When you do that, it's easy to practice affection. And affection is not practiced only within the confines of your bedroom. Outside, wherever you may be, holding of hands, looking into each other's face, giving a hug, a pat at the back, a light kiss at the cheek or on the lip are all forms of physical touch that can strengthen your marriage. Now, there's also the emotional intimacy. Many marriages are starved of emotional intimacy. They are just there. And now, this is not even sexual. I'm not talking about sexual intimacy now. I mean emotional intimacy, where you have partners sharing their deepest thoughts, their deepest feelings, their fears, their concern. Many spouses are not willing to share these things with their partners because they're afraid that, oh, you will use it against me. It has happened before. When that is not dealt with, you can't be friends with someone you can confide in. You can't be friends with someone you are not vulnerable to. If you want your partner to be your friend, you will start by handling their vulnerability with so much care, respect. Their vulnerability, when your wife or your husband is vulnerable to you, handle it with so much care and respect. So share your deepest thoughts, your deepest feeling to maintain strong emotional connection. And when your spouse is also sharing with you, handle it with care. Don't use it against them. Don't judge them. Don't judge them by it. Now, the next thing, and I love this one specifically, is introduce fun and humor. Laugh about your mistake. Have fun together like children. If you want to be friends, you have to behave like children. Have fun together. Laugh at your mistakes. Share jokes. Watch a funny movie together. Laugh out loud. Laugh without a care. Now think about amusing memories. Talk about it and laugh about it. It just keeps the atmosphere light. It keeps the atmosphere void of offenses. Laugh about it. And if your partner is trying to be funny about something that you don't find funny, by all means say it without necessarily spoiling their excitement. They will get the message, not just quenching their emotions, quenching their excitement, and expect that they will still carry on. Now, the last point I'm going to give, which is number 10, is prioritize your marriage. Prioritize it. No relationship is going to be like your marriage. I believe that every of our relationships are unique. So you can compare your marriage to the relationship you share with your parent, the one you share with your sibling, the one you share with your boss. They are all different. Prioritize your marriage and be committed to it. Prioritize your spouse. Treat them and show them like that you really honor them. Amidst all the commitments that you have, don't leave the commitment to your marriage as the last. Display to your spouse that they are important to you. They're not just important to you because you're married to them. You have to display that they are important to you and that they come first. Be dedicated to working through the challenges of your marriage together so that there will be lasting friendship. Friends, hang on with each other even when the times are tough. Friends stay together even when the other is not doing well. That's all on building friendship in marriage. I'm looking forward to sharing testimony for you to share testimonies, and I trust that by the help of God you will do well in your marriage. Bye.